Hello YouTube, welcome back to another Yassid lap guide in the Ferrari 296. My name is Foch, and today we are at Silverstone. Absolutely iconic classic British track, absolutely wicked in GT3s. In 1.9 a bit more understeer, so that is something you have to deal with, especially in the 296. Really hard to make this car rotate. Unlike the 488 Evo, just like 488 Evo, this car doesn't really like to accelerate all that much, so that is definitely the weakness. Overall though, the car seems relatively decent here. As far as most cars go, I'm pretty sure the Porsche is way ahead of everyone as of the current BOP, but Ferrari is probably a second best choice around Silverstone right now. About the track itself, super high speed for the most part, really high commitment corners, sector 1, also this corner here, and then of course we also have the super slow 2 hairpins here, and then the last 2 corners are also rather slow. As always, we're gonna talk about the break points and all that on lap 2. A lot to talk about, especially when we get to Maggots and Beckett's. But anything else there is to say, high wing track, hard to overtake, especially in the Ferrari. And this one even more so than the 488, as the 488 had a really good advantage in the at the end of the sector 2. This car seems more all around just okay everywhere, just like most other cars. So for turn 1 we are looking to line up on the left, looking at the 50-meter board, braking before it, around the car length, clipping the inside curb, going wide on the exit. Now this next part I'm gonna slow down a little bit. This should be just a lift. We stay in 5th. Little bit throttle, downshift to 3rd on the brakes, can cut there, little bit of brake, and then on throttle as soon as possible, because we have the big straight coming up. Really tricky section, requires quite a bit of practice to get it right. Can also brake a little bit before the entry for the first part. Here we're braking a car length before the curb, can downshift to 2nd for some added stability. Careful on throttle, as the car do like to step out. Here we're braking roughly half a car length before the curb on the right, and then trying to get on power once again as soon as possible, especially with this car. The turbo lag really isn't that nice. This is just a lift corner, 4th gear. Once again, getting on power as soon as possible is the key. Here we're braking on the curb on the left, and this is a tricky braking marker. I'm gonna drive here. There's like a line, actually let me do this real quick. There's a line that a rubber line on the track that turns a different color, so you can see it right here in the replay. This is what I use for my braking reference. It's easier to see on the track level, but it is a tricky one. You want to be lining up in the middle of the track though here. You don't want to go super wide, as that generally is gonna lose you more time. Even if you gain a little bit on the exit, these cars just don't have enough aero to carry any kind of meaningful speed around that hairpin, so you just stay relatively narrow middle of the track kind of line. Here we're braking a car length before the sign that shows which way we're supposed to go, getting on power, and here careful on the brakes over the curb on the inside, as it likes to upset the car. And on the exit we can lower the TC, go all the way wide, and also don't forget to cut this inside curb, can help you save a little bit of time. So that is the lap guide. Alright, so here is the setup. As you can see, we're not running negative toe on the rear. Some negative toe maybe can help this car rotate a little bit in turn 1, but for the sake of the tires, we are not running all that much of that. Front toe though seem to not really affect the tire wear in any meaningful way, plus the front tires generally aren't that worn in this patch. So traction control 6 is fine, 5 for some of the slower bits as well. ABS 3 seems about right for this track. Map 6, map 1, map 7, personal preference, can try them all. Mechanical grip wise, we have 0 roll bar, 3 on the rear to get some rotation out, maximum front bump stop range. The car is just really struggling with understeer here, so we're trying to do what we can to make it rotate. Dampers seem to be fine, to leave them like this, so that's what we're going for. And then arrows, arrow tab, we're minimal right height front, quite a bit of rake, max swing, as the meta in ACC kind of demands that we do that, even though the car probably feels a little bit better without running the max swing. It's just not really viable. But yeah, that's the setup. Let's send it for a hot lap. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one.
Fastest laps